Hey everyone, Paul here from Mr. Parts again. This week's product focus is this RB30 head stud girdle. So let's take a closer look at it. So a big issue in performance piston engines is cylinder pressure and maintaining that clamping force from your head bolts through the cylinder head into the block to maintain that seal of the head gasket. If you're having head gasket issues, blowing head gaskets, lifting the head, generally the easiest fix for this is a head stud kit where you replace your factory head bolts with an actual stud and a nut. This will increase the clamping load on the cylinder head to the block and creating a better seal. For guys with the RB30 boat, we also sell this head plate. So if you are finding that you're running over 30 pound of boost and still lifting the head with, like, say, an aftermarket ARP head stud kit in the factory size, you're thinking of going up to a 1/2 inch head stud, definitely try this plate first. We've had lots of customers running over 30 pound of boost, running into the 8-second range with the factory size ARP head stud. So that means no block machining, no cylinder head machining. The engine doesn't have to come apart or come out of the car. This plate, which is under $200, just bolts in between your rocker cover and your head studs, ties them all together, and will increase the clamping load on your cylinder head. So let's have a look at how it mounts on the cylinder head now. Alright, so the most common methods of securing the cylinder head to the engine block are just like a factory sort of, this is just a bolt, but you would have what's called a head bolt, which will go in here, obviously screw down to the block. Second most common would be what's called a head stud, an aftermarket version. So a stud gets screwed into the block, and then the stud will come out here, and then you'll use your nut, and your nut will clamp down and pull that cylinder head down even tighter. So the stud is a great upgrade. What people often do when they reach the limit of the factory size stud is drill out these holes and then the holes in the block to fit a 1/2 inch stud. Now the problem with that is if you're just starting to lift the head slightly, or you're only just slightly running into issues with cylinder pressure, is that you have to pull the block out of the car, you have to pull the cylinder head off the engine, everything needs to be machined, tap drilled to suit the 1/2 inch head studs. That's a lot of work, a lot of money to go through, and a lot of machining process. So what we have here with the head plate is a product that simply goes on like so. Alright, so now what we have is we have a big thick steel plate tying in every single one of these head stud points, so it creates even greater clamping force. And once they're all torqued down, you can even get a bit greater torque yield on it, because you're not biting into just a soft aluminium surface. You're really talking down to a nice solid steel surface. So they are machined to suit factory size head bolts or head studs only. So if you are looking at running a 1/2 inch stud, you can do so, but you just have to have those holes machined out slightly to accommodate for the 1/2 inch head stud. So yeah, any guys building a high performance RB30 engine with single overhead cam, this plate is definitely something you should not be overlooking. Okay, so that's it for today's product focus. RB30 single overhead cam head stud girdle. If you want to purchase these, just drop us a message on Facebook or send us an email, sales@mrparts.com.au, and we'll get one out to you. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. See you later.